Hello. Yeah. Is it clear? Fine. Okay, fine then. I'll proceed. So now we can see some important concept in Linux. So we can use this concept in our entire DevOps course. Is what like server communication. So if we have some two different servers, if we have some two different servers, like server 1 and server 2, okay. So how they will communicate, you can see now. Okay. See here, in general, the servers will communicate using some SSH or SSL, okay, and they will communicate with some passwords, okay. So we can use some different methods here for the server communication, okay. So with this, we can uh, uh, you can just provide some data from one server to other servers, okay. Suppose if you want to create some communication between Ansible master and Ansible nodes, okay, and Puppet master and Puppet agents, okay, and Chef server and clients, or Jenkins master and Jenkins slave. So in all these cases, we can use this process, that is server communication or server connection, okay. So here we can use some different methods here, like some password method or SSH keys method or SSL secure shell method, okay. So we can use some different methods here. Here we can connect with the servers through any Amazon cloud or Google cloud, okay. You can just provide this connection. So now let me start my servers, okay. So let me go with the servers. So here let me create some two different servers here. Show some error message, fine. I'll do one thing. Let me create some two different servers here, okay. So here I'm using my Google Cloud platform. I said, right, we can create servers in any cloud. It could be Amazon Cloud or Google Cloud. So let me show this process for you, like how to create this servers in Google Cloud. Here you have some compute engine, okay. Let me go with the two servers here. So create instance. Can you see this option here? So create instance, okay. I'll just create one instance. So server one, okay. Server one it is. I'll create some Ubuntu server. It's Ubuntu 14.0 and allow this full access. Allow this HTTP and HTTPS requests. Okay, just see this one. Here I'm creating on Google Cloud instance. So first this instance name and zone, machine type with some one CPU, some 3.7 GB of memory. Okay, and machine type is Ubuntu machine, is Ubuntu 14.04 machine, and allow this full access. Okay, then create. So here I'm creating one server one. Okay, let me create one more server. Same way. I said server two. Okay. Now let me choose some CentOS machine. Okay, so here server 1 is like Ubuntu, right? Here server 2 is CentOS. Okay, same process. I'll allow this full access, allow this HTTP and HTTPS traffic, then create. So here I'm creating two different instances. Okay, so one is like Google Cloud, just showing some error. Let me create one more instance errors. So I need some two different servers here. I'll start my existing server or else, no problem. Fine. I want to connect with the server. Can you see here there are two different IPs here? One is internal IP and next one external IP, right? You can just specify this internal IP is like your private IP, is a private IP, okay? And external IPs are what? Public IPs, okay? So let me go with some private and public IPs. So I will connect to this server through public IP. So it is my super putty. Here I'm using Google session. So it is one server, okay? And let me start another server. Right. So now my requirement is to create some SSH connection between these two servers. Okay, we discussed, right? So in this entire DevOps course, you can use this process, this server connections. Okay. So if you want to communicate with this Ansible master, the nodes, or Puppet master with the agents, or Chef server with the Chef clients, okay, and Jenkins master with Jenkins slave. So for all these cases, you can use this server connection process. Okay, no? So here we can just create some two different servers. It's done. I said it could be any cloud, Amazon cloud or Google cloud, but we need to create some servers. And same thing, it can be some Ubuntu or Debian machines, Debian nodes, or it could be some Red Hat or CentOS nodes. Okay. So now let me go with this process. Here we have some steps here for the server connection. Okay, you can just go with the steps. You can see this. One is we have to change the root password. Suppose the current user is root, okay? So I'll just change the root password. First thing is like how to connect to root user. Okay, I'll just show this process for you. If you set some sudo su hyphen, so with this command, you can just switch to your root user. Okay, so let me go with the servers. If you set a command like who am I, it shows the current user like some Satish, right? Now I want to switch to my root user. Okay, I said sudo su hyphen. So if you do this, if I said who am I, then it shows there is a root user, right? So here, what is the sudo su hyphen? You can just see here. Sudo stands for switch user, sorry, super user 2, super user 2, su denotes switch user, and hyphen denotes what? Home directory, user's home directory. So with this command, I'll just switch to my root user's home directory. Okay, no? So here I just move to my root user. Okay, and if you see this current directory, okay, like a simple command like pwd, it shows the current directory. See, we are connected to root user, and we are in root user's home directory. So how to move the command? Sudo su hyphen. Fine. Now let me change a root password. Okay, so let me change this password like password root. Okay. So with this command, you can just change the root password. I will provide some new password for this user, root. Okay. So it's done. Password is changed. I do the same change even for the first node, server one. Okay. I said who am I? It shows some normal user. Now I'll switch to root user. So what's the command I said? Sudo su hyphen. So switch to root user. And I want to set some password. Password root. Find password to change. Okay. So in our last class we discussed this how to get the machine type. We have seen this command like cat etc password. Cat etc password. Sorry, it will give the all users details. Fine. Cat etc OS release. So we'll tell you what is the current machine. It's a Ubuntu machine. You know Ubuntu machines are from Debian family. Okay. And go for this second server. Cat etc OS release. So it shows the same thing. The machine is also Ubuntu machine from Debian family. Okay. So here we have some two different servers. Okay. So now let me provide this SSH connection for these two servers. Okay. So here what is step one? I said change password, root password. Okay. So password username. Okay. Fine. Next one, we have to configure this SSH files. The thing is the current user is a root user, right? Okay, current user is root. So directly we cannot connect as a root user to any other server. Okay. So let me do some configurations in SSH. See this one? A file like vi slash etc ssh sshd config. What's the file it is? Vi slash etc sshd config. So in this file, I'll do some changes. Okay. I'll do some changes here. One is permit root login as. Okay. So we are allowing the root user to connect. Okay. So permit root login S. And one more change. Password authentication yes. See the two changes here. One is what? Permit root login S. That is, we are allowing the root user to log in to communicate with the other system. The same way, here, password authentication yes. So I'll just save this one. So I said colon WQ. So denotes what, like write and quit. Okay. I'll just save this changes. But once you do some changes, these changes may not apply to your machine. So we have to restart services. Okay. So if you want to restart services, you can use some commands here. Service SSH restart. What's the command it is? Service SSH restart. I will do the same changes even in my first server. Okay. I go to my first server. I'll do the same changes. Okay. So what is it? vi slash etc sshd config. Okay. So here I will do these changes. What are two changes we discussed? One is what? Permit root login. Yes. And one more change. Password authentication. Yes. Okay. So we did these two changes. Then how to save it? Colon WQ. Write and quit. Okay. Just save the changes. But how to apply these changes for a machine? Here I have two options. Either you can reboot your machine. Okay. If you reboot it, the change will apply. Or else, what's the command I said? Service SSH restart. So with this command, you can just restart your services. Fine, this command you can use for Ubuntu machines. Then how about CentOS machines or Red Hat machines? If it is Red Hat machines, Red Hat 7 machine, you have to use a command systemctl restart sshd. Systemctl restart sshd. So the first command like service ssh restart. This command you can use for Ubuntu machines. Okay. And one more thing, systemctl restart sshd. It is for what? Red Hat machines. So with these two commands, what we can do? We can restart our SSH service. It's clear. So see the steps here. So what is step 1? Change root password. Yes, root password is change. The command like password root. Next one we said what? Do some changes in this etc ssh sshd config. Here I said there are two changes like permit root login s and password authentication s. Okay. Then you can save this changes. Okay. Then we can restart our services. SS service. How to restart service? Service SSH restart. Okay. So with this command, you can just restart your services. Okay. And one more change for Red Hat machines. That is systemctl restart SSH. So it depends on the machines. We have to execute this command. It could be some service or systemctl. It's clear for you? Okay. That is service are restarted. Next one, how to connect to the servers. You can see now. We can use some command like SSH IP address, the second node IP address. I'll just show this process. I'll get my server 2, that is Nexus machine it is. I'll get this machine IP address. So hostname hyphen I will give IP address, and last I will discuss this. And hostname hyphen F will give what? A fully qualified hostname, right? So now what I will do is I'll get this IP address. Okay, so it is my internal IP. How to connect with the second node? SSH, that node IP address. So if you do this, last confirmation, yes, I want to connect. Last password. See, we are in server 1, right? But now we move to next server, that is Nexus machine it is. Okay, so we were able to connect from one server to another server. Okay, so let me exit from here. Okay, so and again I move to server 1, right? I'll go to this next machine, same process. I'll get this first server IP address. How do you get IP address? Host name hyphen I is IP. Okay, then how to connect? SSH IP address. Now it will ask you to provide some password. So already we were changed this password. I'll provide it. See here, we are able to connect to other server 1. Okay, so earlier we are in Nexus machine, that is server 2, but we are connected to server 1. Okay, so see this process once again. What are different steps we have? What is step 1? To change root password. Okay, so if you want to just do one thing, you can just note down these things like I said, right, we have server 1, server 2, it could be some any cloud platform, Google or Amazon cloud. Okay, and for this connection I said we are using this SSH or SSL connections, right? It's clear for you. Next one I said Step 1 to change password. First, how to switch to root user. Sudo su hyphen, you just switch to root user. Then change root password. The command word, password, username, root. Okay. And step 2, I said you have to do some changes in this configuration file, that is ect ssh ssd config. And you can do these two changes: permit root login is and password authentication. Yes, right. And I said one more step, you have to restart your services. So service ssh restart, this command you can use for Ubuntu or Divine machines, or else you can use a command like systemctl restart sshd. So this command you can use for Red Hat or CentOS machines, right? Then finally you can connect to this server. How to connect? SSH, the node IP address. But while connecting, it will ask the system password. You see here, I want to connect to server 1, so it will ask this password. Okay, it will ask system password, then it will connect, right? But I need one passwordless authentication. Okay, so I don't want to give this password for every time. So I want to make a passwordless authentication. Okay, so let us see this process, like how to configure this passwordless authentication. We know this process. Even while connecting to this cloud servers, we will use key pair. Okay, do you remember in Amazon Web Services, while creating this EC2 instance, we will use key pair, right? One is public key, and next one private key, right? So you can use this keys here. So with the help of keys, we can connect to this other servers. Okay, you can just imagine a public key is just like your username. Okay, it's a username I said, or user ID, and private key just like a password. Okay, so with this public and private keys, yes, we can connect with this servers. The question is, what is public key here? I'll just show this one slide, you'll get some idea. See this one. We have some two different servers, server 1 and server 2. Okay, so if you want to create some communication with these two servers, first thing you have to generate a key pair. There's a command here, ssh hyphen key gen. Okay, so with this command you generate your key pair. You'll get two different keys here. One is a private key and next one public key. Okay, I'll just show this process. First I'll go to my server 1. I'm in server 1. Okay, so what I will do is I'll show some ls command. So it won't display some hidden files here. We said in last class how to get the hidden files. ls hyphen a. So if you do this command, it shows some hidden files. Okay, can you see one directory .ssh? So we will discuss this. If any file or directory is prefixed with dot, that is hidden file or hidden directory, right? So it shows some hidden files here. I'll just go to .ssh. So in .ssh, I will generate my key pair. Okay. So what's the command? See, apparently there are no keys here. Okay. So in our system there are no keys. So I want to generate the keys here. Command is ssh hyphen key gen. Okay. So if I execute this command, so it's going to generate two different keys here. So it will ask you to provide some key name and fast phrase. So no need to provide any key name. Just press enter. Okay, just press enter. Now it is going to generate two different keys. Can you see this? IDRSA and IDRSA.pub. Here, what is IDRSA? It is our private key, and idrsa.pub is a public key. Okay, so we are generated two different keys here, public and private keys, right? It is said idrsa.pub. Okay, so here it shows some public key for you. So it is a public key in server 1, public key it is. Okay, and next one cat idrsa. Okay, so it is my private key. Okay, tell me, is it simple to hack private keys? No, right? Okay, so it's my private key. The question is, once you generate the key pair, what is the key you have to send to other servers? See, our requirement is what? Server communication, right? So if you want to connect with this other servers, first we have to deliver a public key to other servers. Okay, so always we have to send this public key to other servers. So I'll use one command here, ssh copy id server 1 IP address. I'll get my server 1 IP address. I think I'll be on server 1, right? I'll get this server 2 IP address, or else. How to get IP? What's the command I said? Host name hyphen I. You'll get server 2 IP. And how to send this key? SSH copy ID. Provide this key here and provide password. See, with this command SSH copy ID, so we can send our key to other servers. Okay. So what is the key we will send here? Public or private key? Yes. We will send a public key to other servers. Are you following? We will send a public key to other servers with this command. Okay. But how to confirm this? How to confirm this key is sent to this other servers? You can just go to other servers. Okay. And ls-a shows the hidden files for you. Can you see .ssh? So go to .ssh. Okay. Here, can you find this file like authorized keys? Okay. So vi authorized keys. So it is a key what we send from first server. Yes or no? Okay. From server 1, I will send my key to server 2. So can you see the key here? Okay. So what is the command we are using here? See this first step to generate a key pair. So command is what? sh hyphen keygen. Okay. Here we generated some public and private keys. Now we have to send this key to other servers. So for that we are using command word ssh copy id. Okay. If you use this command, then we can send our key to this server 2. Okay. So we are given public key. And where to check this one? In server 2, we have to verify this file called authorized keys. So there you can find your key. Okay. So in this authorized keys, here I copied this file. Fine. Now I want to connect with this other server. Yeah, how to connect? SSH, some node IP. See, while connecting to server, it won't ask for any password because it is a passwordless authentication. Okay. So the question is how these nodes will communicate without any password. See, if you see this slide, we are generated two different keys here, public and private keys. Okay. And we are given this public key to other server 2. Okay. So, and what we have here, private key. So whenever we execute this command, SSH some node IP address. So what system will do here? It it will match both public and private keys. Okay, so already we have a private key and we will send our public key to second server too. So these two keys will match, then connection will establish. It's clarified. So it's a process to create this passwordless authentication between two servers. Okay, fine. I'll just exit. I'll do the same changes in my second server. Second server. So do you have any keys here? No. Then tell me how to get these keys. I said right, SSH hyphen key gen. Okay. So now you can see there are two different keys here. One is public key and next one private key. How to send this public key to other servers? There's a command I said. SSH copy ID server 1 IP address I'll provide here. So how to get this IP address? Hostname hyphen I. Do this one, you'll get this IP address. It's provided here. Okay. Now it asks the system password, the server 1 password provided. Okay. So now the key is sent to server 1. Okay. So how to confirm this key is sent to server 1? I said go to this first server. What is the file you have to access? Authorize keys. So cat authorizer keys. So you can find your key. So it is a key what we send from other servers. Are you following? It's a key what I send from server 1 or server 2. Fine. And then how to connect finally? SSH. That node IP. See, we were in Nexus machine, but I connected to server 1. While connected to server 1, it won't ask for any password. It's what? Passwordless authentication. Okay. See the steps here. See the steps. Up now what we did. Step 1 to generate key pair. Okay. How to generate key pair? SSH hyphen keygen. Okay. Now we have two different keys. Here I said one is public key, idrsa.pub, and .pem is a private key. Okay, keys are generated. Next, we want to send this key to other servers. What's the command I said? SSH copy ID. With this command, you can just send our key to other servers. What is the key it will send? Public or private? Public key will send to other servers. Then how to connect to these other servers? You can use the command SSH the node IP. Or else you can use this one SSH-I key. You can use a key here and provide other server IP address. I'll show this process for you. SSH-I, we can provide the key. Where's the key? A key is in home directory. That symbol, tilde symbol denotes what? It's a home directory. Okay. My home directory .ssh, which contains some keys, and ID RSA. Okay. It's a private key, and provide the node 1 IP. I'll get my node 1 IP here. This is my node 1 IP. This is going to connect. Okay. So how we are connected with this? How we are connected? SSH-I key. What's the key it is? ID RSA. ID RSA is what? Public or private key? It's a private key. Okay, so already public is given to other servers. So with the help of this private key, we can connect to this node. Okay. So it is another process to for this server connection. So the question is, if you have any other private keys, can you connect? Suppose it is some unknown server. Okay, so this unknown server is trying to connect to the server 2. Okay, it is some unknown servers. Okay, so this unknown server is trying to connect to server 2, and it is having its own private key. Its own private key. Okay, so this private key is going to connect to other servers, right? Now see, the process is, you're having a private key and you are trying to connect to the server 2. Okay, and server 2 is having what? Public key. So whenever we're trying to connect from other servers, now this existing private key and the given public key, these two keys will try to match. But thing is what? It is not key pair. Yes or no? It's not key pair. Okay. So we have one private key and public key, fine, but that is not key pair. It is some unknown server and it is some different private key. Different private key. So then they cannot communicate. Okay. If you want to communicate, you must provide a specific private key. So if we execute this command sh-keygen, what are the keys are generated? Okay, one public and private keys. Yes, it is a key pair. It is a key pair. So you can match this public key only with a specified private key. Okay, so on these two keys will match. So okay, so then only connection will establish. Okay, so we cannot connect with this other private keys, so it's not allowed. Okay, what is the reason here? These two keys are what? Key pair. Just imagine one is like a lock, and the next one is a key. If you want to open this lock, definitely we have to use the same key, and we should not use other private keys, right? So it is one simple process for the server communication. Okay. Here my requirement is to transfer some files from one server to other server. Suppose here I have some files here. So let me get some files. Tell me what's the command to create some files here. You can use touch command. I said touch some demo.txt. Let me add some data for this. So hello from server 1. Okay, some data we're writing here. So let me save this process. So it's a file I want to send, demo.txt file I want to send to other servers. Okay, no, it's a file demo.txt. So what I will do is SSH. Here my requirement is what? To copy this file. What is the file it is? Demo.txt to other servers. We will discuss this. If you want to copy a normal file, you can use the command cp. cp demo.txt sample.txt. What will happen? Here it will copy data from this demo.txt to sample.txt. It's a normal copy command, right? But go for this server copy, like to copy a file from one server to other server. In server 1, I have one file like demo.txt. This file I want to copy to server 2. Okay, so you can see this file copy. So in general, you can use a command word cp command, but now I will use a command like scp. This command it is scp. Okay, so with this scp command, I'll just copy this file. First thing, what is the file you want to copy? Some demo.txt. And where to copy? Okay, I'll provide this -i. What does tilde symbol denotes? Home directory. Okay, in home directory, what is the key I have? ID RSA. Okay, so that is my private key. And for which server you want to copy, get this other server IP address. Okay, I get my this server IP address. host name hyphen I 10.142.0.2. I provide this IP. If you want, you can also write username. I want to copy to a specific user like root user. So root at the rate, that's server IP address. Okay. Some colon. I'll just provide other server's path. Okay. Like I specified this last TMP. See, the file is copied to other server. It's copied two different files. So just wait. File is copied. I'll just do some changes here. scp -i key. I'll write some file demo.txt. Now file is copied, right? Then just go and verify this other server. Go to what? Temp directory. You can find there are two keys here. So two files are copied here. One is demo.txt, right? You do cat demo.txt. You can find this content. It's clear for you. So with this simple commands, we can copy a file from one server to other server. So what's the command we are using here? SCP. Okay. SCP stands for server copy or secure copy. Are you following or not? So in general, what we are using here? Copy command. But to copy a file to other servers, you can use what? SCP. SCP. File for SCP, what are the things you have to provide? One is what? A key, -i, key, you can just provide it. Next what? The file, what is the file you want to copy? File name. I said username @ IP address, colon, path. Okay. Just specify this SCP, some secure copy, server copy, -i, key, file, what is the file you want to copy? Some demo, okay, and user username @ some IP address, it's server to IP address, colon, path. So I'll do one thing, I'll copy another file from server 2 to 1, okay. What I will do is I'll just download some file here. Let me download a new file. I said download Java, some JDK. Okay, I want to get this JDK. I'll just accept this license agreement. Can you see this file extension? JDK file extension tar.cz. What is CZ here? We discussed is a gunzip file. Last class we discussed we had different file compression techniques, gunzip, bunzip, right? So I'll just go with this tar.cz file. Okay. So let me download this file at first. Okay. Said okay. So it's going to get it. I'll just copy this download link. Copy download link. How to download this file to a machine? Command is wget. Okay. So with this wget command, I'll just download some file. Okay. Fine. So we have some Java file. We got this. Okay. But here we need extension up to tar.cz, right? I don't need this other information. I need up to ZZ. We have discussed, right, how to rename a file. Command. Yes, MB. Okay. So this you can use MB command. So let me move it to tar.cz. So it is my Java file. So this file I want to copy to first server. Okay. So how can I copy this file? What's the command we said? scp. This hyphen I, okay, and this key is optional. Let me directly copy this, okay. Or else you want to provide, yes, you can write it. Like tilde symbol, like home directory, dot ssh, id rsa. What's the file you want to copy? Java file, JDK file. And where to copy? That server 2 or server 1 username, root, @ IP address. I think it is, it's IP, host name hyphen I. Okay, I'll copy this one. And again, it's path. So where to copy this file? Let me copy this file to /opt. /opt. See here, a Java file with the size 182 MB. Okay, you just copy. Okay, to other server. Just go and check this other server. Go to server 1 and go to /opt. So can you see this file? We are copied this file from server 2. From server 2, I just copied this file to server 1. Okay. And we also confirm the size. What is the size for the file size? Confirm it. Just see this process. So ls-lh, it shows the file size for you. What is the file size? 183 MB. Are you following it? So you can just copy this file, this command, scp. scp stands for secure copy. Okay. So on today's class, what are the things we discussed here? The process like server connection. So we have two different servers. How they will communicate, we discussed. Okay. We are using first thing some password method. Okay. I said in this password method, first you have to connect to root user. Okay. And change this password, the command like password username. And you have to configure a file. I said etc ssh ssd config. So here, what are the changes you have to do? Yes, permit root login yes, and password authentication yes. And one more change, you have to restart this SS service. Okay, you can just specify uh, service command for Ubuntu machines or system CTL command for Red Hat machine, right? Then you can connect with the server. So SSH server IP address. Okay, so it's done. Then you can use another method like passwordless authentication. Okay, so in our earlier case we are using passwords. So with the help of passwords we are connecting, right? So now I'll just connect. So without any password. So here we have generated a key pair. I said one is public and private keys we have generated with the command sh-keygen and send public key to other servers by using command word ssh copy id. So we are seeing some steps here. sh-keygen, okay, and use the command sh copy id to send this key to other server, and you can connect with this ssh-i key and second server IP address. And how can you send this file to other servers? What's the command I said? scp, secured copy file. What are the file you want to copy and where to copy, and that's other servers path. Okay. So with this command, you can just send your file. Okay. So they're very important things in Linux and DevOps both. You can just practice these things. Okay. So any queries up to now? Yes. AWS and Google servers connects. They use only one public and private. Yeah, you can use it. You can generate your key pair. You can use the same key. No issues. Same key you can use for all servers. Okay. Practice. You can share today's presentation. You can just ask, contact the office. They'll inform to you. Can you send you a slide? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can just contact the office. Okay. So the office, right? Can we do with this two physical sliding? So yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can go for any physical servers or virtual machines. You can just do it. No issue. The same procedure. Okay. Okay. They should have some network. That's it. Okay. With these keys, you can just communicate. No issues. How to create Google instance server? I said right. You have to create account in Google Cloud. Okay. You have to create account in Google Cloud. It is my Google Cloud. Okay. Just show this. You can just search for Google Cloud and create your own account. Just like your Gmail account. How you create Gmail account? The same way. Create your Google Cloud account. Okay. Create it. And you have to provide your debit or credit card details. Same process. Uh, so once the account is created, you can just log in. I think they'll provide some $300 credit for you for 1 year. You can use this service. Okay. Okay. It's Google Cloud Platform. The simple stuff you can create it. I said create instance, create instance. Okay. And I said instance name, some demo instance. Okay. And Joan. Actually, in Amazon we have some Jones, right? Here also we have the same thing. Jones are there. Let me default Joan and machine type. You can customize this machine type if you want. So default one CPU, some 3.75 GB of memory. If you want, just change it, customize it, no issues. If you change these things here, the amount will change. Okay. If you just make it some 2-core CPUs, definitely this amount will change here. Can you see this? Okay. But don't need to worry about this. They will deduct from your free credit. Okay. And you can just do the changes. Fine. And choose a machine type. I said it's a Debian machine or Ubuntu machine, CentOS machine. Okay. So it's some Ubuntu machine I said. And what's the hard disk? Some 10 GB. Okay. Select and allow this full access. Allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Create it. So with these simple steps, you can create your own server. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah, you can just contact the office with Mahesh. You'll get some details for that. Okay. Yes. Yes. External IP. Yeah. We can actually these two things are in the same cloud, right? You can use any IP, no issues. Okay. If they're in the same cloud, you can use internal IP, no issues. Okay. If you're in a different cloud, definitely you have to use external IP. You can see here, these two nodes are in the same cloud, right? You see, these two nodes, what I have, they are in the same cloud. So I'm using here internal IPs. Okay. So suppose if they're in different cloud, you can go for external IP, external, the public IP it is, right? You can use public IP, no issues. Fine. Yeah, I'll just close the session. We can see on tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow can see some more important concepts. No, keys it won't override. Keys it won't override. Okay, if you use the command sh copy ID, so always keys will append. It won't override the keys. Okay. Yeah, sorry, it won't override. Or else just manually you can just copy and paste it. No issues. Right, right. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Right, let me go to the session. Tomorrow I'll just start this class at session at sharp 6 o'clock again. Okay, fine. Yeah, tomorrow we'll see some other important things. How to install packages in Linux machine. Like how to install like M installation, apt-get installation, okay, and how to install different servers. We'll see on tomorrow. Okay. So once these things are completed, we'll go for DevOps. Okay. Right. Right. No, it's not compulsory. That's your choice. You go for any cloud. It's not mandatory. Okay. You need any cloud, either Google or Amazon, Azure. You can go for any cloud, no issues.